There is a brand new camping spot in Black Ops 6 Zombies that I'm not sure if anybody even knows about because I haven't really seen anybody do it or even talk about it, and this spot definitely has the potential to get you to the highest round possible. If you've been high rounding yet in this game, you probably know about the mutant injection strategy where you just constantly craft and pick them up and just spam them every single round. And doing that is part of this strategy, but there's another part to it that essentially guarantees that you'll never run out of salvage from doing the mutant injection thing. First things first, if you want to do this, you need to get the beam smasher, and if you don't know how to build it, then there's a short on my channel. After you've got that, you want to come down to the labs where Pack-a-Punch initially comes up at. And when you're here, be sure you're not on the side with the arsenal because that side has more spawns that could potentially kill you. You want to make sure you're on the side with the ammo box. And when you're on this side, you want to camp at the area where Pack-a-Punch would come up behind you, except you don't actually want Pack-a-Punch to be there. While you're sitting in this spot, I'd recommend either having the Rampage Inducer on or just being above round 35 because it kind of relies on the fast spawns of the zombies. It's also essential that the Pack-a-Punch machine can be right behind you while you're in the spot because if it is, then the zombies will run up on you. And the Pack-a-Punch machine will come down about every 10 rounds or so, and when it does, you kind of want to just try to quickly move it back up from the control panel. It might be kind of tricky the first couple of times when you're trying to just move it up and there's a ton of zombies on you, but you'll eventually get it. Also, if you haven't realized yet, this strategy relies heavily on the stun effect of the beam smasher to just slow down the super sprinters and just the overall zombies. You might have to kind of spam that stun effect, but that's okay because if you only use like 2 bullets or something to stun a ton of zombies, then you'll never really run out of ammo. After a while of doing this and building up salvage with your beam smasher, you'll eventually be able to afford constant mutant injections. Not only do these just make you breeze through the rounds, but they also make you quite literally invincible to the zombies, so there's no chance that you can die. Luckily, in this area of the map, you can just run past the ammo crate to this workbench and craft a mutant injection at the end of every round. Or as you can see in this clip, you can even do it mid-round if you're careful with your beam smasher stun effect. This is the basics of the strategy if you spam the mutant injections, but if you ever find yourself running low on salvage or something, you can switch to the camping strategy. Now this is in the exact same spot that we were camping at in the lower rounds, but there's something you want to do in order to not die in the higher rounds. And that thing is going into this corner right here, which might seem incredibly dangerous because you might be able to easily get cornered, but trust me, you won't get overrun in here. And the reason you won't is because that thing to your right won't allow any zombies to attack you from that side, and essentially only 1 or 2 zombies can attack you at a time because they're going to be directly in front of you. And say you do somehow get overrun, you can simply just run backwards and jump off into the water where you'll be completely safe for a while. In my case, I did this because there was amalgam, and if there is amalgam in your game when you're sitting in that spot, you instantly need to jump back down and head up to the crafting table and craft a mutant injection because the amalgams, when they grab you, can one-tap you even with armor. But when you're in the mutant injection, you can easily just pop it, go invincible, and deal with the amalgams. While you're sitting here, you want to use the stun effect of your wonder weapon every about 4 seconds, and you'll notice quickly after playing for a little bit that when you use this effect, it'll kind of go through the object to your right and still stun the zombies, which is incredibly helpful. Then just spray them down for your laser beam for a few seconds and repeat that. Once you run out of ammo in your mag, the zombies will be pretty close to you, but once you actually do the process of reloading, it'll explode and kind of push them back and stun them. This way you can just sit right here, continue on doing that method, and when they start actually doing a decent amount of damage to you, your reload will be ready, which will all push them back and gives you time to regenerate. So to kind of recap the strategy, anything below 35, you just want to sit in the camping spot and use the beam smasher, but above that, you want to use the mutant injections. Once the mutant injection stops ending the round, you can do the high round camping spot after they run out. And just in case this guide was cluttered or there was little things I didn't mention, I'll leave a full round gameplay that I highly recommend watching if you actually want to do the strategy.
Another science project bites the dust. Now this is what I call cloak and dagger.
Max armor insta-kill. Full power.
A lot more fun than Nova 6 gas, trust me. Thanks for coming to Parties by Week. Come again. Okay, so it flies. At this point, nothing surprises me anymore.